Hey everybody, it's Chuck Engler, Spring Piston Rifle Fever, Lone Wolf Strength Training. I did the video the other day, yesterday, putting a shim inside of the spring guide for this HW95 Luxus. This is my favorite Wyrow rifle. This is 22 caliber. The spring actually fit quite tight up inside the piston. I didn't like that it fit almost too tight, because when the spring crunches up, it expands a little bit. So it's still going to have to break in a lot. Actually, that shim that I put in there, I was unable to get out, so I'm just using it as is. But I cronied this last night, and it was consistently getting between 725 to 729 feet per second, which is right under 17 foot-pounds of energy. Today I'm shooting open sights with some Crosman Premier Hollow Point pellets on this nice, beautiful Sunday morning. So these pellets, I don't know if they're even making them in America anymore, but they were full of lead shavings. I actually dumped the whole thing out in a pizza box and try to get rid of some of those lead shavings. So with this new Vortex spring, it's got quite a kick to it. It kicks almost like my Walther Paris, actually. So I'm hoping that will calm down after a while. I like the old broken spring better that I had in here. But I'm shooting a little target open sights. It's just under 20 yards, like JC at Air Gun Detectives would say, just under 20 yards. 19 and some change. One other thing I got to say about this rifle and my HW97, they like to be held just a little bit more firm. Actually, I find that I get my best accuracy. I have found that rifles that when you shoot them through a scope and you lose sight picture, at least in my experience, if I hold on just a little tighter so I don't lose sight picture, I get better accuracy. So I was shooting, trying to attempt to take a squirrel this morning with my HW77, and had quite a few, all misses. They were all misses. So I brought that out this morning, re-sighted in, and got it in the center of the bullseye. 3 shots right in a row, same exact hole. I was like, that's good, that's sighted in. But that rifle, also if I hold on to it a little tighter, I get better accuracy with that also. Not necessarily that artillery hold. It's not like a death grip or anything, but I would hold on to it like, almost like you'd hold on to somebody's hand. If you're walking with them, you're walking with your wife, almost like that. So you're not squeezing super tight, it's you're just holding on to it, that's it. Just so this is pretty good for me right now, what I'm doing. It's not spectacular, but for my eyes, which are getting worse, 54 years old, my eyes have gotten significantly worse since COVID. But this is perfect shooting conditions for open sights for me. Out in the snow, it's so bright out here. I definitely can hardly see the camera as I'm looking at it, my camera phone. So it's definitely got a snap to it. There is no more twang at all to this rifle since I put that shim guide in. A lot of people, they got upset if they heard the twang in my HW rifles, like I was offending them, like it was some sort of harsh language, silliness. So what I'm doing with this rifle, once I get my natural point of aim, I just hold on to it just a little bit tighter, squeeze the trigger, and blast it. It's actually a absolute beautiful morning out here. Huron, South Dakota is behind me. Up here is just north of me. So my target is down this way. So we can come take a gander at it. Actually was smacking a tin can out here at 40 yards also, which was pretty cool to me. Open sights, tin can action, that'll work. So this group is not the greatest, but it's open sights, 20 yards. Looks like the majority of it I was getting in a pretty good little spot, but I was just keeping the, I'll show you right now as I talk. So it was this one right here. So I was keeping my front sight post about right there for most of my shots. You can see there's a little climbing going up it, but I started a group pretty good right there. That's not too bad for open sights. This was my HW97. I had one shot, I adjusted down here. Then I made another adjustment a few clicks back, and I put 3 shots right in the center. You can't even really see where they busted through. But this was just some sort of sighting in while that was HW77 walking across. So yeah, this is more HW77 right here. But this is when I really had it locked on. Here's some of my cans out here in the snow that I have been shooting. So yeah, this rifle and the HW7 definitely have some zip and have some power behind it. These are not rifles that are like in the 24 foot-pound range or 25 foot-pound range or 26 foot-pound, or it's not a Hatson, it's not a Crosman, Benjamin NPXL, nothing like that. These rifles, definitely you don't need all that power, number one. Number two, you want something that's going to be enjoyable. Number three, you're going to want something that's built to last. At least I do. I like those other rifles too. I have the Benjamin Black Lightning. It's a lot of fun. But those guns are the ones that I generally take with me if I go ice fishing or fishing for the day, and I just throw it in my vehicle and I'm not so worried about scratching it up and things like that. Let you take another gander around. This is the most beautiful time of the year out here. This and when everything gets all nice and green. There's an in-between of ugliness when everything is dead. Everything's dead right now, but it's covered with snow. So you know what? You like the video, please give me a like. I'd highly appreciate that. Question, comment. And you know, I don't mind asking for likes. One guy said, I never ask for anybody to like or subscribe. You know what? I'll ask for that. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate your I appreciate you supporting my channel. There we go, that's a word for me. Supporting. So God bless everybody. Get here in the sun. You have a great day.